Bill Sasoyan.
And I'm James Kleinfelder. We're with the Miller Lite cooking team.
We're here today to talk to you about Miller Lite Texas fried turkey. We're going to show you how to fry one up. And I tell you what, once you fry the turkey with our recipe, you'll never cook one in the oven again, I guarantee it. You may have heard about fried turkeys in the past, think they're a little bit oily, greasy, whatever. They're not. It is not an oily, greasy turkey. This baby is juicy, and it's the best turkey you'll ever eat, I guarantee it. I think we'll start off, James, by you showing us what ingredients and supplies we need to fry one of these turkeys.
That sounds great, Bill. I tell you what, as Bill said, this is the easiest thing you can do during the holiday season. It only takes 5 ingredients to make the marinade, to get ready to inject the turkey so you get ready to fry this bird. What you need to make sure you have is some Italian dressing. This is real key for the injection. Some Tony Chachere's original seasoning, a little bit of garlic juice and onion juice. You mix that into your injection formula, and we like to add a little cayenne pepper because it adds that little kick, you know what I mean? Bill, I mean, it's pretty simple when you look at the spices you need. The other things that you're going to have to purchase when you're at the store is, if you don't already have one of these turkey frying kits, they have these right in your store next to the display. And the other thing you need is peanut oil. Peanut oil is very critical. You don't want to use vegetable oil because it'll burn the turkey. Make sure you use peanut oil. But Bill, that's it. I mean, it's real simple. Get your bird and you're ready to roll.
Sounds like we're ready to get the bird ready, James. The first thing, folks, we took the liberty of washing this bird ahead of time, but you have to be sure that you take the bird and clean out all the innards. Take all the innards out. Take the neck out, take the giblets out, get it all out of there, because when we lower it into the oil will come up through the cavity, so you don't want anything in the inside of the bird. You want to wash the bird off, get it nice and clean, and we're ready to get this baby ready. James, you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, let's make some Miller Lite Texas marinade. We'll bring you in closer. You can show you how to make this Texas marinade.
Great.
All right, James, let's start getting the marinade ready. The first thing we need to do is get that wishbone Italian dressing, and you got to shake it up real good, James.
That's right. And then we got to get all that stuff going in there, all them spices going throughout that marinade, right?
Okay, folks, now we're going to strain it, put it through a strainer, because there's lots of heavy spices in there, and that won't go through the syringe, so you've got to put it through a strainer. Go ahead, James.
Okay. Well, it comes out real nice, doesn't it? This is a great strainer. I've used strainers before. It takes about an hour to get all that stuff through. This is going to work real well. As you can see, it's catching all the spices that are in the Italian dressing. You work it around a little bit and it'll go on down, get into the bowl. I think we're about there, Bill.
Perfect.
Okay. You set that aside.
All right, folks, now what we'd like to do is add a little bit of liquid garlic and a little bit of liquid onion. And there's no preset measurement, but go ahead and add it to taste. If you like a lot of onion or like garlic flavor, we just like to put a little bit in there. And James will go ahead and take care of that.
I like a lot of garlic myself. Everybody's different, but I like a lot of garlic. What are we going to do with this cayenne?
Well, at Miller, we like our turkey spicy. So we like to hit it with a little bit of cayenne. And once again, we're not going to measure because we just like them spicy. So James, go ahead and hit that with some cayenne pepper and don't be shy.
Well, you just tell me when. That looks hot. Oh man, it smells good. That's an awful lot of pepper, Billy.
Oh, that's beautiful. Make it nice and spicy. Put a little more in there. Don't be shy.
Clogged up there. Are you sure?
Make it spicy. Fire it up.
Goodness gracious. I don't think some of you folks may not want to try this at home, but we do like it spicy.
Yeah, you may want to experiment a little bit with the cayenne, hit the right temperature.
Now, Bill, is this the only kind of spices you can put in, or is there different ways to marinate?
Absolutely not, James. I've seen people get real creative, used all sorts of different spices. I even know a couple of people that have fried up a couple of turkeys with amaretto. You can inject a little amaretto into the bird, and boy, it's awesome.
Is that right?
That's going to be a hot one. That's going to be Texas style.
There we go.
All right, James, mix it up real good there. We'll get ready to inject the bird.
I tell you, it's pretty simple, Bill. I mean, you're looking at 4 different ingredients. Would that take us a couple minutes to get the marinade ready?
This is a very easy process. You're going to be enjoying some of the best turkey you've ever had in your life. And I promise you, you'll never cook one in the oven again. You want to get all the lumps out so we can get it into the syringe and so we can inject the bird.
I think it's looking pretty good, Bill.
You know, James, I think we're all set. We're all ready to inject the bird.
You know what? Aren't we missing a secret ingredient?
What did we forget?
I don't know. There's something that's critical to making this thing taste right.
I got it.
Oh,
The secret ingredient.
there you go.
brewed with the choicest hops. You have to use a Miller Lite, folks. About a half a can of Miller Lite. James, that's for the turkey. James.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I got you.
Put about a half a can in there. Mix it in with your marinade. And man, this is ready to go. Stir it up real good, James.
Well, look how it's foaming up. I like that, huh? There we go.
That's perfect. Mix it up real good, James.
Probably wouldn't want to drink this, would you?
No, probably not.
Okay. All right. That's a good idea. Now, once we got it all mixed up like this, and I mean, how do we get it into the bird?
James, we're all set to inject the bird now, and I'm going to ask you to do that. You wanted to go to med school at one time, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but I never could make it that far.
Well, good. Well, you're going to get a little practice giving some injections here to this turkey.
Okay.
Now, James, I want you to inject the bird all over. The legs, the breasts, everything. All over. Flip the bird over. We want to get this bird injected all over.
That's not so bad. So where can you get these injectors at, Bill? They sell these there at the store?
They sell these right here at the store. You ask your grocery manager, he'll be able to find them for you, or there should be some right here on the display.
Oh, I see. Just get it. Oh, man, come right back out the other hole, huh? Oh.
But folks, when you inject the bird, you try not to get too much of the oil on the outside of the bird from the wishbone Italian dressing. Because when you lower the bird into the hot peanut oil at 350 degrees, if there's oil on the outside of the bird, it could burn the skin. And when this thing comes out of this oil, it's going to be a beautiful golden color, and we're ready to eat.
Well, look how it plumps up right there.
Plumps up, and you inject the bird all over in as many places as you can.
Now, Bill,
Don't be shy.
if we get the oil on the outside, is it okay to just wipe it off with a rag or
Absolutely. Take a napkin, wipe off the oil on the outside before you apply the final touch to this.
something? Look how it just fills up nice there. Well, that's going to be juicy. I tell you what, I think I could have passed that med school exam the way I'm injecting this bird.
That's it, James. Good job.
You can probably cut now, right? And then we can fill it up and then we can get back on. Go ahead and cut, Jose. All right, Bill, looks like we got the bird injected well. He's nice and plump. And I've got him all cleaned up, got the oil off. What do you think?
Well, next, James, I mean, you did do a good job, so I think you are going to go to med school. I'm going to go ahead and write a letter for you and everything, get you.
Fantastic. I thought you'd make that turkey fried school.
Beer business probably more.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we're going to do next, James, now that you've wiped off all the oil on the outside, you did a good job injecting the bird all over. Just do not be shy about injecting that bird. Get it in everywhere. But then take some napkins like we did, just mop up a little bit of the oil. You're going to have some little bit of spillage. It's not a big deal. But you want to keep the outside of the bird as clean as possible, because the next step is putting on another secret ingredient. It's called Tony Chachere's Creole Seasoning. And this stuff is some great stuff. This is what's going to really give the outside of the bird a beautiful golden color, and it'll taste great. The skin will taste great. So James, don't be shy with that. Let's get that all over.
Well, I can do that. There we go. Boy, get it all seasoned up. What about the inside of the bird, Bill? Do you put this inside the
You
bird
can
as
put
well?
some on the inside of the bird that won't hurt anything. In fact, you just add more and more flavor.
Oh, it smells great.
Get ready to sneeze.
Spices are pretty strong. There we go.
Folks, be real liberal with this Tony Chachere's Cajun seasoning. It's good stuff. It's great seasoning. It'll really give the bird a great taste.
Bill, I tell you, this is really a fun treat for the holiday season. Get the family involved, get out there and get all the seasonings and everything, get this bird all prepared to go in the fryer.
Absolutely. Now, once James finishes getting the bird completely seasoned, what we're going to do, we're going to put it in a garbage bag, put it in the refrigerator, let it sit overnight, let all that seasoning soak in and all the marinades soak in, let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then we're ready tomorrow, James, to put this bad boy in the oil.
Great, I can't wait. We'll have a couple cold Miller Lights.
And I appreciate your help, buddy.
Thank you. Had a good time.
We're going to fry this thing up in a couple of minutes.
And we'll go eat it too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, James, we let the bird sit overnight in the refrigerator. It's got all the marinade in there, the Miller Lite Texas marinade.
Absolutely.
all the Tony saturated Cajun seasoning on the outside. By the way, did you have that shirt on yesterday?
I sure did. I think you had that one on too.
Well, we worked all night on this turkey, folks.
It was a long
Actually,
night.
it's no work at all, folks. Let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, and now we're ready to take the bird and lower it into the oil.
Absolutely. Bill, I have a question though.
Sure.
I found this in the cooking kit. Is this a branding iron or what is this?
No, James. Let me show you what that's for. That is how we're going to lower the bird into the oil. Because, folks, please keep the children and pets away from this oil because it is hot, 350 degrees, and you don't want any young children by this flame because this is some hot oil. And when you lower the bird into the oil, you need to do it very slowly. And so you need a nice little contraption, a little invention here to get the bird into the oil without burning yourself. And so what this is, we're going to put the bird on top of this and use this lift to lower the bird into the oil. James, let's put this.
Now, is this the proper way to put it in?
Absolutely. You go with the legs pointing straight up. Put it in here.
Okay.
Nice and easy.
Okay.
Sit right down with the legs pointing straight up. Then you've got your lift. And now, folks, we're ready to lower this bad boy right into the hot oil.
I'm ready. I can't wait to
lower
eat.
it in, James.
You got it. Let's go. Well, Bill, we're out here in the backyard. We got the grease going. It got up to 350 degrees. We got the bird injected. We got him seasoned up. Now what do we do?
Well, James, you did a good job of picking a space outside on some ground that you don't really care about because there's always going to be a little bit of spattering when you lower the bird into the grease and the hot oil, peanut oil. So it's a good spot you found. And what some people do will put a wet piece of cardboard underneath the burner, so in case there is some spillage. You want to go to a piece of land where you don't really care if you got spillage, James, because there always is some.
Great.
And now when you start with a pot, you fill the pot up with the peanut oil. Now you don't fill it to the top, obviously, because when you lower the bird in, it's going to displace some of the oil. Now some of the pots are labeled. This one happens to be labeled. It's a really handy kit. This is the fill level. For a 15-pound turkey, you fill right here. Now this 15-pound turkey, with a peanut oil at 350 degrees, this thing's going to be cooked in 45 minutes. 3 minutes per pound, and this turkey's cooked at 350 degrees with peanut oil. And it locks in the juice, locks in the freshness. It's the most incredible turkey you'll ever eat, James, I promise you.
I'm excited. I can't wait to put it in.
Folks, when you lower the bird into the oil, you've got to be real careful. What James is going to do now, he's going to grab the lift. You're going to lower the bird in real slow. And what you could do is wear a barbecue mitt because there will be some spattering. So I'm going to step back a little bit and let James do all the hard work.
Woo! Golly, I can already smell it. When Bill said you have to lower it slow, you really do have to lower it slow because the grease is already boiling up. You can feel the heat coming out. If you drop the bird in, I promise you that grease is going to shoot right out of the pot, and you're going to have a big problem.
With this hot oil at 350 degrees, and James lowers it into the pot, the oil will come up through the body cavity. That's another reason why you have to load it real low with the drumsticks pointing up.
Bill, one thing, I think a lot of people understand that this is a Thanksgiving activity. You can do this anywhere. You can take this to the campground, take it to the Huntley's with your buddies, take it on a picnic. This is something you can do just about anywhere because it only takes 45 minutes to cook.
James almost got the bird all the way into the pot. Once we've got it into the pot, it'll take about 45 minutes for this bird to be cooked, 3 minutes per pound. So it's an awesome deal, and wait till you taste this bird. It's going to be awesome, James. You're going to love it.
I tell you what, I'm working up a big no light thirst. I don't know about you. We're almost there, Bill. Tell you what, doing some spattering, that's for sure.
All right, folks, the bird is fully submerged. We got 45 minutes and we're going to be eating turkey. Unbelievable. A turkey to be cooked in 45 minutes. It'll be juicy. Everything's locked in. It will not be oily, will not be greasy. This will be the best turkey you've ever eaten in your life. James has released the bird now. Nothing to do now but step back, enjoy yourself, drink a nice cold Miller Lite, and please, please, folks, keep the kids and pets away from the pot at all times. So this is very hot oil. It can be very dangerous. So please keep the kids away from the oil at all times. All right, folks, it's been 45 minutes, believe it or not. This turkey is cooked. Look at the beautiful color. A little bit dark in some places where some of the oil leaked out, and it's a lot of the spices on the outside of the bird. So this bird is ready to be carved up, and folks, you won't believe it. This thing is going to be so juicy and so tasty, you'll never cook one in the oven again, I promise you. James, we're all set to go carve it. You ready?
Let's go carve it, Bill.
Fantastic.
Let's have some chow. Looks good.
All right, folks, James just cut off one of the breasts of the turkey, and look at this breast. Look how juicy that is. That's white meat, folks. White meat juicy like that on a turkey, unheard of. In the past, you probably had to douse that thing with gravy, James, to get it juicy and be able to swallow it. But look how juicy. I've got to be salivating right now. Look how juicy that thing is. James, cut up a couple pieces. Wait till you get this bad boy.
You bet we will. Look how nice that is.
Look at the juice oozing out of that.
What do you think?
That looks perfect.
We're going to buy that? I bet it's going to be pretty hot. What do you think?
Looks spicy.
How is it?
Awesome. Folks, that's awesome. That's Miller Lite Texas fried turkey. James, good job.
You bet. Thank you, Bill. Had a great time.